one from the musical. Everything is legal in New Jersey. Not dueling. Not anymore. Skyscrapers for the Isabel. Midwest Convention here for Vegas. The two-level center. Easier to navigate. Cluster of construction. The park entrance is at Pier 54. The Rusty Arch, 14th Street. Subtract 40, Pier 54, 14th Street. For the Titanic was cold water again. 200 feet over, maybe 30 feet. Well, no, 38% of these offices because the pandemic went vacant. 18% still are. So if you're the mayor. In her right hand is a torch. That's copper like the rest of her, 2 pennies thick. But the flame is covered in 24-karat gold leaf. That is... And then 500-foot slide. Athletic fields, a food court, picnic ground, red light station, light mountains. One year older than the statue, the wave retreat, cargo ship to your left, from Liverpool, England. The steel cable made the elevator possible, which makes the skyscraper possible. It's just the bridge that changed the world. The Brooklyn Bridge made everything seem. Sounds impossible, but come summer, off the carousel coming up on the right, there's supposed to be a floating swimming pool in the river. Robert Fulton Ferry State Park. Under the bridge, behind the pillar here, the ice skating rink is almost done. Popular place for film, TV, wedding, and catalog shoots. Carousel to your right. Carousel is $2 a ride. By the way, if you have 3 Manhattans on your bingo card, you walk. Bridge above, Argo, and the Manhattan 2 to your left. The Red Brick Tower, Confucius Plaza in Chinatown. The bridge spills out on Canal Street on the left side. Your informal border between Chinatown and Little Italy. Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn is to our right. The rhythmic rumble, that beautiful noise, the BD&Q subway, crossing the Manhattan Bridge. Now look right, old buildings with new windows, new facades, new leases on life. Artists illegally began to convert abandoned and on your right, luxury condominiums where the Schaefer Brewery used to be. The U.S. Navy left in '86. Reinvested, reinvented. The Brooklyn Navy Yard goes strong in totally new directions. A $158 million rebuild has begun. And that rhythmic rumble will be the JM&C subway. How are you going to remember the names of these 3 bridges? Repeat after me. B-M-W. As you sail north, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Williamsburg. No pressure, Poppy. To your right, the Domino Sugar Plant being redone. To the right of the logo, those gray buildings are residential. The shorter one, its architecture is based on what a molecule of sugar looks like under a microscope. Freedom of religion. Those are the 4 freedoms, the theme of FDR's 3rd inaugural address, brilliantly painted by Norman Rockwell. You see the remains of an old smallpox hospital on the right. Its architect, James Renwick, later does St. Patrick's Cathedral. The mentally ill, the physically ill, and criminals were confined to Welfare Island, Roosevelt Island today. This bridge has never been called the 59th Street Bridge. It's never named that, but it is frequently. About 17 years ago, we named the cheerleader elected mayor when the city was on the brink of bankruptcy. The Edward I. Cobb Hero Beast is from Riverville, not from Arkansas. As you go under, look up to see the cables for the Roosevelt Island tram. Very romantic ride to take at night. The tram and the bridge featured in the 2002 version, Tobey Maguire version of Spider-Man. Which I'm obligated to point out because my last name is Parker. The cable car and the tram is very romantic ride, but staying illegally in a rent-controlled apartment, hoping you're grandfathered in, extending the rent control. Well, that's illegal. So you become a ghost, you don't respond to the census, you're not counted. If your apartment's been decontrolled, designed for two, but to make it affordable, illegally, 3 or 4 unrelated adults here, Three's Company will conquer you. Then you don't respond to the census, you're not counted. You asked me what's the population of New York, and I asked you what number do you want. The federal government said we've been downgraded to 8.2 million because of the pandemic. At the last census, they said it was 8.8 million. Most experts put it between 10 and 12 million, which is why I arrived at over 9 million. Beige and gray to your right, RFK Triborough. The tall lights surround the Little League ball field. There's one in Queens directly in front of us now. On both, Well,
진짜 비싸.
I'm saying the city has cut its carbon emissions one of the two.
왼쪽으로 올라요.
There's more work to do. Do not call that self-rebuilding geometric pyramid. Danish architect Bjorke Engels is very touching. It's a tetrahedron. VIA, VIA, Italian for road. Pier 94, green fence, blue trim here. That's going to become film and TV studios. Brown and gray, Pier 92. So to our right is where the plane landed, right here in the middle of the river. VIA is on West 57th Street.